Pakistan has found itself in an uncomfortable position after the Office of the United States Trade Representative briefly published a map that showed the entire Jammu and Kashmir region, including Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, as part of India. The map also depicted Aksai Chin within Indian territory. The post was later deleted, but not before it triggered sharp reactions in Islamabad and intense speculation in strategic circles.
As regards the map, yes, this map was put up at certain handles. We contacted the U.S. authorities. They realized that this map was illegal. The international map on Jammu and Kashmir, and as a result, international map delineating Pakistan and Indian territories is legally sanctified by the United Nations. So if you go to the United Nations website, you would see the accurate map. And we note with satisfaction that the US side made the requisite correction to highlight the legal UN-sanctioned map of our region, which clearly delineates Jammu and Kashmir as a disputed territory whose settlement is to be done through a UN-administered plebiscite in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions.
From India's standpoint, the episode is politically revealing. New Delhi has consistently maintained that the entire Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, including Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, is an integral part of India. It has also asserted that Aksai Chin remains Indian territory under illegal occupation by China. The timing adds to the significance. The map appeared just days after India and the United States announced a major framework trade deal aimed at resetting tariff levels and expanding market access. Washington has not issued a detailed clarification. Instead, it chose to quietly delete the post, effectively shutting down the public debate. That deletion, however, does not erase the optics. Recently, India, Pakistan and China have been involved in a diplomatic war of words over Shaksgam Valley. Pakistan sharply rejected India's objections to the CPEC. China pushed back strongly, claiming sovereignty over the valley and defending infrastructure activity as legitimate development. However, India continues to reaffirm its position on Shaksgam Valley as an integral part of Ladakh.
India is actually the serious violator of the UN Security Council resolutions on Jammu and Kashmir, and it has no locus standi to comment on a bilateral and an important international project between Pakistan and China, which is actually focused on development and regional connectivity. India has no locus standi to comment on that project.
India has again questioned the agreement between Pakistan and China of 1963, and Indian authorities have claimed that they will take back its important valley in the region of Ladakh. I need your comments.
Sir, as I said, India has no locus standi on our bilateral agreements with India, with China. The Indian comments have been answered by the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The crux of the issue is the illegal Indian occupation of the entire of the portion of the erstwhile territory of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and that includes Indian occupied Ladakh. And on that India has not allowed the promised plebiscite to determine the will and the wishes of the people to join which part, to express their opinion and express their will. So India is in illegal occupation of the part of Jammu and Kashmir, including the occupied Ladakh. And this is the real problem. And this needs to be issued, and India needs to understand that it has to abide by the UN resolutions on Jammu and Kashmir, which are applicable to the Indian occupied Ladakh.
From PTI. India on Friday criticized China's infrastructure development projects in Shaksam Valley. and said that it reserves the right to take necessary measures to safeguard its interests as it is an Indian territory. We also do not recognize the India-China-Pakistan corridor, economic corridor. That's what the Indian MEA spokesperson has said. He has said the Shakshang Valley is an Indian territory. We have never recognized the so-called India-Pakistan boundary agreement signed in 1963. We have consistently maintained that the agreement is illegal and invalid. And also critics say that considering the China all-weather alliance, China is trying to seek to validate its hold on the area with investments. What is China's comment in response to this?
首先，你提到的领土属于中国领土，中方在自己的领土上开展基础设施建设无可非议。中国和巴基斯坦已于上个世纪的60年代签署了边界协定，并且划定了两国的边界，这是中巴作为主权国家的权利。那么你提到中巴经济走廊，这是一个经济合作倡议，旨在促进当地的经济社会发展和改善民生。中巴边界协定和中巴经济走廊不影响中方在克什米尔问题上的立场，中方在这个问题上的立场没有变化。下一个问题。
Hi, so this is Jessica for Doordarshan. I have two China-related questions. The first, how does the MEA see Chinese infrastructure build up via CPEC in PoK as also in the Shakshang Valley, which is also in Pakistan, occupied Jammu and Kashmir? And the second one, do you have any comments on recent developments, including China's military exercise around Taiwan? How do you see this impact regional peace and stability?
On the Chinese infrastructure build-up via CPEC, as also in Shakshang Valley. Shakshang Valley is Indian territory. We have never recognized the so-called China-Pakistan boundary agreement that happened in 1963. We have consistently maintained that the agreement is illegal and invalid. We do not recognize the so-called China-Pakistan economic corridor either, which passes through Indian territory that is under forcible and illegal occupation of Pakistan. The entire Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral and inalienable part of India. This has been clearly conveyed to Pakistani and the Chinese authorities several times. We have consistently protested with the Chinese side against attempts to alter the ground reality in Shakshang Valley. We further reserve the right to take necessary measures to safeguard our interests. On the second question on military exercises, India closely follows developments across the Indo-Pacific region. We have an abiding interest in peace and stability in the region in view of our significant trade, economic, people-to-people and maritime interests. We urge all concerned parties to exercise restraint, eschew unilateral actions and resolve all issues through peaceful means without threat or use of force.